Morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's class. So the person who said no audio, I hope you can hear now.
I can hear you. Good morning.
Please do well to mute yourself. Can we all do well to mute ourselves? Thank you very much. Can we do well to mute ourselves? Thank you very much. Oh. Okay. Morning market review class, where we take our time to understand what the market is all about. And of course, give us an idea of what to expect when trading the financial market this morning. On that note, we are going to take time to analyze some instruments and be able to also explain vividly to us what to expect. I'm sure we all know this Friday happens to be NFP. The month has actually started and there is no going back. So from me, it's a happy new month. And according to what most persons will say, God bless Nigeria, God bless Nigerians. And of course, God bless Loradi Trade and as well as you and I. So yesterday, I think yesterday was ADP and we saw how it moved. For those who attended the 2 p.m. class, we saw, how that market affected, the volatility it came with. And I think in the course of that stride, I said something that if ADP is already giving us this kind of vibe, then, it's only normal that we expect, that same flow from NFP and even CPI, and, most of the high impact news that would be having. I also want us to, I think it's not really out of place, but I just wanted to know if we have people that, actually following, if we have traders in the house. How many of you heard it wasn't a rumor? How many of you probably heard it from the radio, from the news, maybe online, that the White House was supposed to shut down on Saturday, this past Saturday, due to lack of funds? They didn't have funds in their, so there was an envision, that, or speculation that they were going to shut down. So I think that should give us, okay, Mr. Mark, you said you heard it. Good, you heard it yesterday. So it was actually a speculation, was something that analysts had, or with the way things are, by Saturday we might hear that, White House, not like shutting down, no, just that, there will be no activities because, no money to run activities, right? So, but I think it didn't. Okay, Sammy, you said you heard it last week. Okay, so I think it didn't happen because on Tuesday, Monday was public holiday. So on Tuesday, when we had our own in-house drilling, we actually found out that that yes, there was that speculation, but actually it didn't happen. I think there was an extension of about 90 days extension, so that to give room for the sorting out. I think, White House should just get their shit together, for lack of a better word. And just that same Tuesday, how many of us heard that McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, has been ousted? How many of us heard the US House, the Speaker? I think I'm seeing McCarthy has also, so if you don't know the meaning of ousted, just Google it, OUSTED. So it's like removed, sent out, revoked, yeah. So Paul, you said you heard that also. So a lot has been happening. Good. UB James, you said you heard that also. So the reason why I'm, giving us all of this preamble is so that, yeah, Jonathan, you did, okay. So that when you see things happening, okay, Sammy, all right. So it won't be as, waiting they happen. I was just on this trade though. Next thing, the market started jumping. The things started going down and down and down and down and down and down. Or I was in this trade though. The thing started going up. Nothing like that though. Hey. So because all of these things, because for these things to happen, and we're not talking about Nigeria or Naira. Oh, hey, we're talking about the US economy. We're talking about world power. Of course, it will have, an effect. And let me even say, from my own perspective now, let's say maybe I am America, right? And I know that people have been fighting, Russia, maybe, let me see, let me give us names. Me, I'm America. Sam is Russia. Jonathan is China. Which other person has contributed? UB James is North Korea. Paul is South Africa. And now these people have been putting hands and heads together to see how, they're going to come against, the dollar, and they've been speculations, that that is America, my White House is going to close, my this one is going to this, my that one is going to that. What do you think I would do? If you were the one, what do you think you would do? If you heard that, they want to come to your, like then, during COVID-19, I think there was this 1 million boys that was moving around. I don't know if how true it was, but we heard that in fact they were sending letters to community by community. We are coming to your community this night. We are coming to. So people were actually, in fact, the area where we were, it was a bonfire. Nobody slept, even women, everybody came out because you need to protect yourself. So in that kind of a situation, what do you think America would do? They would protect themselves. If you were in their shoes, you would also do the same. So why am I bringing this thing home? It's so that by the time we move into it, it will be as simple. I keep saying it. Anybody that says the market is difficult, now you make them difficult. You're the one that has just decided to make it difficult because you can relate with all of these are live scenarios. They are not cutting one. Oh, let me bet this one. Let me not cut this one. If we cut him, no, nothing is cutting. You just need to understand, bring it home. And like just when I said I'm America, this person. And if you were in that shoe, what would you do? Of course, anybody in that predicament or anybody who they've said this kind of a thing about is going to react. So how you react now, it's not dependent on anybody. It is dependent on you. But for we traders, our own sentiment or where it affects us is how your reaction affects the market. I don't know if you guys are following. So we know that, there have been this sentiment just last week. We are hearing this just this week, somebody, a speaker, House of Speaker is being ousted, so definitely any news coming out around the US zone would definitely have some sort of volatility. Now, please let us mute ourselves. If I mute you, I will not unmute you again. I'm serious. Don't distract the class. I haven't started sharing my screen. That's why you can't see my screen yet. So, I think there's somebody who is still not listening to me. There's still somebody who is still not. Please do well to mute yourself. Please do well to mute yourself. Don't distract people. If you are not interested or you're not ready to listen, don't distract others that want to hear. Thank you. So, Dorothy, I've not started sharing my screen yet, so I'm just giving us a preamble, but I'll definitely start, get to share my screen, so I have it. Okay? So, how this now concerns, so I was talking about, the effects of all of this that has been happening in the US zone. Sorry to say, not that we are bad or not that we wish them, to be sincere, I'm a Nigerian, right? So, but however it affects the Americans or however it affects the American economy, whether all of this news has been, coming out or that's come out, the ones that will still come out, if it's going to affect them positively, that's fine and good. If it's going to affect them negatively, that's fine and good. But the thing is, how do I take advantage? How do I, as a trader, take advantage? We already know that the financial market makes it easy for you that whether the economy is good or whether the economy is bad, though, there's nothing like saying, oh, I must only buy or I must only sell. I can always buy, I can always sell. So I just want you to know that it is just the way we saw how, September was Basbos. September, all the high impact news from NFP to CPI, they all gave us, according to our Nigerian language, Basbos. Like it came with volatility. The normal 2:30 opening of the New York session came with volatility. So, and then just at the end of the month, we saw this, beginning of the month, we are hearing this. Definitely, I believe, I feel it's still going to continue in that pace. So quickly, I'm going to go now into sharing my screen. The first thing we're going to be looking at is to see if we have all of the high impact news we have for the week, okay? We're going to take time to analyze them, and then we'll start by also looking at the US dollar. So once we are able to analyze the US dollar, understand how it works, I think it will give us, the pace we are looking at in taking out on other currencies. So the next thing you're going to be seeing, it will be my screen. The next thing you're going to see will be my screen. Good. I'm sure we can all see my screen now. I'm sure we can all see my screen now.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So we're going to go into it. Now, the month started, of course, on Sunday being first. On Monday, we can see we barely even had anything except for ISM, that's the manufacturing PMI that came out by 3 o'clock. We saw also Fed Powell, Jeremy Powell, which is the Fed chair, speak by 4 p.m. On Tuesday, we had, a couple of high impact news, both from the US zone, the Australian zone, the Swiss franc zone. And then yesterday we had from the New Zealand zone, we had also from the US, and that's 1:15 when we had ADP, come out yesterday. We also have ISM service PMI come out yesterday. Also for today, and all this news, of course, gearing us towards Friday, which is when we'll have non-farm employment, that's NFP coming up, but this is for Friday. So all of this news, gearing us towards Friday. But for today, I think the only high impact news we have for today is the one coming in the US zone by 1:30, which of course is the unemployment claim. And so we should all watch out for the time 1:30 p.m. on our charts, and expect something coming up from it. So quickly, let me open the envelope and see what it means. So it means the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. So when we are talking about unemployment claims, what does it mean? It means people who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time, meaning that there'll definitely be people who are filing again, but it is not their first time. There are definitely people who are filing for unemployment claims for this month, but it is not their first time. However, unemployment claims is targeting individuals who are filing it, who are filing in for the first time. Okay, so whenever you hear unemployment claim, that is actually what we are talking about. Okay, so that being said, we are going to go over to our chart. So the next thing you're going to be seeing will be my chart, and then we'll take it up from there. And I'm going to share my screen. I'm sure all of you here know what Forex Factory means. So if you want to get any information, you want to get anything regarding the markets, you know, there was a time that as I wake up in the morning, after my prayers, is Forex Factory. In fact, sometimes before my prayers, yes, it's Forex Factory. So, you know, I had those times, but I'm sure all of us here know what Forex Factory is all about. The next thing I'm going to be looking at is I want to check investing.com first before we go to our chat. Let me, you know, put through what we have on investing.com, and then I go to the chat. So I'm quickly going to, yes, this is my investing.com. I'm sure also we all know what investing.com means. It's where you get news, you know, you get detailed. So Forex Factory is just giving you the high impact news. At least you have an idea of the high impact news, the medium impact news, the low impact news coming out for each day. But Forex Factory, sorry, that's for Forex Factory, but investing.com gives you a day-to-day analysis of each instrument, right? So all you need to do is click on your market from your investing.com, and then we're looking at I want to check out what's it now, dollar index, to give me an idea of what the dollar is currently doing. So I go to currencies and I go to dollar index. Good. So once I come here, the next thing I'm going to do is get to where I have news and analysis. And then once I get to news and analysis, I click on news. Once I click on news, you can now see that we have, you know, a couple of news coming out. The last one was in 4 hours. The last one was we had the one for 9 hours, just like that. So you just pick out and read. So let me see what we have. This is for crude oil. Let's regard the dollar. US to give credit to firms that is close misconduct of companies. Okay. Gold down 6. Okay, so we all have these ones when we are looking at gold, when we are looking at stock, and when we are looking at oil. So on that note, let's quickly get down to our charts. Let me share my screen now to the chat, and then we'll take it up from there. Good. So the first thing you have on my charts, first thing I have is my investing.com. Sorry, is my dollar index. And I'm going to go down to the daily time frame. Now you can see that dollar actually has been on the rise. But when did this rise start? Because from here, so this is my daily time frame. It means it captures daily, you know, move of the market. This was on the 6th, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So 7 is July. And there was a bit of a drop from 6th to 13th of July. But from the 14th of July, you can see that market has been giving us higher highs. It got to this point, retraced a bit. It gave us a higher high than the last one, retraced a bit, gave us this one, which was higher than the last, retraced a bit, gave us, you know, these points now where it is at. So let me quickly see if we have or we don't have any verified support. In fact, that actually broken this verified resistance, but which is now become the verified support, and we don't have Okay, so we have quite a long time before it gets to this particular verified resistance. I'm sure we can all see my charts before it gets to this particular verified resistance. Okay, so that being said, we can see now that even on the daily time frame, dollar has actually been on a higher spree. But let me ask a random question. With all the happenings that has been going on, do you think this higher highs is going to continue, or do you think this buy on the dollar is going to continue with everything that my preamble regarding what they said last week, what happened this week, everything that's been happening? I don't want to go. Of course, we all know the story of interest rates, inflation, recession, COVID, and all of that. But with everything that has been happening, down to the speculation of the White House shutting down, to the McCarthy being ousted, the issue of BRICS, that's Russia and the rest of them, do you think the dollar will still push up? Let me have people drop their response. No. Okay. Well, me, I see, yeah, I would say yes. From my now, I'm not saying you're not correct, right? Market is not a one-way movement. You can buy, you can sell. So you can also be correct. But from my own perspective, I feel, like I said, if someone comes to tell me, or if I'm hearing rumors that that girl, they said this one, they now add this one, they now say she did this one, what do you think I'm going to do? If it's okay, let's even say, okay, you get the hints that somebody wants to rob you as he's coming out from his gate. Let's just carry him. What do you think you would do? You would prepare yourself. You would prepare your house. You would be on alert. Do you understand? So if these speculations has been there, what do you think the White House would do? What do you think US as an economy would do? They would begin to build things to put themselves in order. Enough of saying, oh, we have Russia coming in, BRICS is doing this, and they are doing this one, they are doing this one. They will begin to put their house in order. That is my own, let me even use the word, layman ideology. Because if everybody is pouncing on the US, the dollar, oh, let's see how we are going to suffocate them. The US will also say, you cannot suffocate us because we need to breathe. So I might be wrong in my own speculation, though. I'm bringing it home so that this is how you do your analysis. By the time you bring it home, because people will be expecting that. Do you understand? Like this person said, I'm going to do okay, I'll do the opposite. Good, like there'll be a sudden reaction. So for me, even if it's going to drop a bit, irrespective of whatever that has been happening, maybe investor sentiment, I still feel, that the dollar would, in fact, they will be on their most alert. Do you understand? So they will begin to tidy out, they'll begin to tidy all their loose ends. I hope you know that there's been a rise to impeach Biden, which McCarthy was like the chairperson riding that impeachment. And all of a sudden, we are hearing that McCarthy has been ousted. So they will begin to tighten every loose end that will make it look like, okay, these people are thinking we are weak because of this. Let us tie this one. These people are thinking we are weak because of this. Let us do this. These people are thinking we are weak because of this. Let us do this. So even if we are going to see a temporary pull down, I don't think that pull down will be for a long time. I don't think so. So we might actually even see, this rise still continue, except that is where fundamental comes in. So we have been just analyzing this thing technically based on what has been happening, but except fundamentals come and shake this table, shake it in a way whereby they will scatter it. Of course, we know from tomorrow, ADP has given us an insight. From ADP, you saw that ADP came out negative, but ISM came out positive. So if ADP is coming out negative, ISM is coming out positive, NFP comes out positive, that's 2-1. already they are winning in the positive side. If CPI comes out positive, another high impact news, maybe, so it's just like a ratio. If they have, if out of 5 high impact news that the dollar will be releasing this month, 3 comes out positive, what do you think is it's a good one for the dollar? I don't know if you guys understand me. So I'm taking my time to explain the dollar, because if the dollar is strong, we know that Euro USD, we sell. If the dollar is weak, we know Euro USD, we buy. So let us trash the dollar, which is what we are going to be using to measure every other instrument. We already know the same thing applies to gold with regarding the dollar. We already know the same thing applies to indices also regarding the dollar. Okay. So for me, I will still see a further push up, even if, yes, like what has been happening on the daily time frame, you can see that we'll see a little bit of a sell and then it will go back up. We'll see a little bit of a drop and then it goes back up. So even if we see a little bit of a drop, of course, we'll still see this bounce back, because the next support, guys, this next support is here. Okay, yes, my moving average, this moving average is 21. This moving average can serve as, a support kind of which, market has not been able to break below it. So if market is not able to break below even this particular moving average, you can see that it got to this point where my moving average is, bounce back up. It got to this point. Are you guys seeing? Bounced back up. It got to this point, bounce back up. So before even this verified support, our moving average is already serving as a support for the dollar. So even if we might move back a bit, we'll still see, a continuous, growth. Okay. So without wasting much of our time, I think I've been able to understand it. And I think you guys, we are on the same page, right? I need to be sure all of us are on the same page, because that's why I took time to explain all of this. Please, are we on the same page? Did we get this analysis that we just did together? Please drop me a comment. Let me be sure we are following. Okay. Oh, that's good. Thank you very much. So having understood that, let's even see how we can trade the US dollar as an instrument for today. For those who probably don't know what, you go to your quotes, pick out the instrument USD IDX. That is what it is written as, of course, with a plus at the back. USD IDX with a plus at the back. So already we've noted that we might see a little bit of a drop down, but that one might not be so strong, right? So we'll still see a strength in the in the dollar. However, remember, guys, we have a high impact news, ADP non-farm payroll coming out today by 1:30. So anything we need to do it in a way whereby between now and 1:30, it's a wrap. Do you understand? Any trade we are entering, at least we know that between now and maybe 12:01, we've closed it, we've summarized it, so that we don't get, choked up. It could go for you, it could come to your direction and give you more buy. But what if it doesn't, right? And it's a high impact news. Nobody, they control high impact news. I hope we all know, even me that is talking, I know the controller. I don't even know how it's going to come out. So whatever we are going to be taking now, we are going to guide ourselves ahead of that time. So for dollar index for this morning, of course, I'm going to go for this buy. At this point, it got to this point and then retraced a bit. But if it gets to this point again, should I take it a little bit higher just so that we get a confirmation? No, let's leave it here. What do you think? Let's take it high, since it has touched it once and it didn't, just to be sure, we don't, so that it doesn't get there again and start retracing, right? So it will give us, if it gets to 106, you can please put it down, 106.589. We can enter on dollar index USD IDX, and of course take our have our take profit at 106.689. 106.689. Mr. Kalu, please, this is not the time for the class. We just need to I think this is simple. simple 21. That's 21 moving average, and it's simple. That's what I'm using. It's a normal this thing I'm using. So there's no extra, there's no extra on it, right? I don't like too much stress. I like my thing simple. It gives me a clearer explanation of what I want to do. So if you notice, I like breaking it down to the simplest form. I don't like too many activities. Okay. So we are going for a buy at 106.589. And of course, our take profit at 106.684. On an alternative scenario, given the opposite direction, I don't want to give a sell stop. I want to rather give a sell limit. What do you guys think? Okay, I think a sell limit would do, because this moving average here, because if it's not able to break it, that means this one already is serving as a support. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. If it wasn't able to break this, that means this might actually start serving as a support. So let's do, should we do a sell limit, or we should just leave this one as it is, because I'm not seeing a sell. I'm not seeing a sell stop. We can see a sell limit, but not a sell stop. And I'm only just looking for the best. So, okay, let's leave this. I think maybe I might come back, and if I get a clear direction of a sell limit, then I'll give a sell limit. I would rather not give than give and then we lose money, because I'm also trading this market. So, but if I know it's going to, there's no headway, we'd rather stay clear. Okay. So now we've understood everything about the financial markets, about the dollar, what has been happening with them, and not what has been happening with them. So we know that the Eurozone or Euro USD would just give us, the opposite. Right? I think I've said it over and over. If you're using your MT5, please do well to check USDIDX. If you're not finding it on your quote, it means you've not brought it out. So go to where you can get if you're using a laptop, go to your market watch, click on show all. If you're using a phone, from your quotes, click on the plus symbol and then open the instrument one after the other and look for where you have USDIDX. Thank you very much. Yeah. So you can see now that everything the dollar was doing, the Eurozone is just doing the opposite. The Kukuma don't have anything that will give them strength. Maybe we saw Forest Factory together. Monday, no news. Tuesday, only on dollar. I be dollar and CHF and Swiss francs. New Zealand also. So nothing really on the Eurozone has been, will just give them maybe some sort of strength. Plus, the Kukuma said oil, they are increasing the price. It should be BRICS. Russia said that they are not going to, they will be strict with whatever that's the export of crude. And then if you must buy from them, you will not use the dollar to buy. You will use their own currency, which is the Russian rubles, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, to buy. So it's a lot of things. So and now this is winter. Winter is coming, and we all know how it is in the Eurozone when it's the winter season. It's always cold, and this is the point where they need it, because with the snow, people will need heating. Your car will need heating so that snow will not clog your engine. Your house will need heating. Imagine factories. Imagine a warehouse in the snow. So imagine the kind of crude, the kind of gas, the kind of heat they'll be burning so that their engines, the things that they have will not clog. So it's a lot of pressure this time around. And I think I want to give it to the BRICS community, because that was actually a smart move, because they know that this season they will need it. No how you will not spend money on gas. And it is just, I think at the beginning, was it the second week or the third week of September, they brought that in that there will be a strict restriction, on the exports, and then if you must buy from them, you will not have to buy from their Russian rubles. Well, business is business. No bad feeling. Abina, No hard feeling. So, oh guys, now let's not take us back. I gave 106.589 as the entry for buy stop, and of course the take profit at 106.684. Okay, so we can see now that with all of these things, Euro USD is just going down. We can see it has been giving us lower lows. Got to this point, went up, came down, got up, came down here. In fact, let me put this so that we can see it. Got to this point, tried retracing a bit, got to this point. In fact, got to this one. We tried retracing a bit. We saw another one here. It tried retracing a bit. We saw this one here. It tried retracing a bit, and then we saw this one before this retracement is doing now. So you can see how it has been moving downwards and the rest of it, and currently is actually on a verified support, which it has actually broken, moving back up. So do you think the Euro USD is going to be able to break comfortably above this particular do you think the Euro USD is going to be able to break above this verified support? Do you think it's going to, because currently now you can see this struggle, you can see this tussle here. Do you think it will be able to break above it? Well, let's watch and see. So on that note, let's move down to our daily time frame and see how we can take advantage of this market. So for me, I'm still going to go in for a sell and comfortably put in my sell at this week here. And of course, my take profit just before the turn code support at my entry at 1.05019, 1.05019, and my take profit at 1.04925, 1.04925, 1.04925. Have we all gotten it? Have we all gotten it, please? So for Euro USD, we are looking at a sell stop at 1.05019 and our take profit at 1.04924. 1.04924. We can decide to go in for a buy stop, and let's go in for a buy stop. I doubt it's going to get there, but let's go in for a buy stop at price 1.05160, 1.05160, and of course our take profit at 1.05244. 1.05244. I doubt between now and 1:30 is going to go there. Maybe when the high impact comes, it might hit it, but within this morning period, I doubt if it's going to get to that point. Okay, I'm not so certain. I'm not sure. Not like I'm not sure it will get to our buy stop. And then I would have rather loved to give us a buy limit, but the distance is also very small, and there are people here who really don't still understand what buy limit is all about, from even the chat I'm seeing. So let me not make some people feel as if they are not following or they are not being carried along. Okay, so let's do the buy stop at 1.05160, take profit at 1.05244, and of course our sell stop at 1.05019 and take profit at 1.04925. So anyone that doesn't trigger, please feel free to close it. Okay, please feel free to close it. Okay, so Emmanuel, hope you got it because I just finished repeating it now. So I hope you got it. Okay. So the next thing is USD JPY. We've understood USD JPY, and then now you can see now that USD JPY has also been on a buy trend, looking on our daily time frame. But somebody will say, why? If you're asking the question why, that means this class is not for you. you should start with the evening class first, because you know that when we have the US currency as the base currency, it means it will definitely go the direction of the US. So for example, we have Euro USD. Euro actually serves as the base, while the dollar serves as the quote. So on that note, the euro is going to sell if the dollar is buying. But if the dollar is selling, euro is going to buy. Okay, so it's just like what's an opposite. If euro USD if dollar is buying, euro will sell. If dollar is selling, the euro is going to buy. So also, if the instrument that have the dollar in front of them, for those who quote and base might confuse, any instrument that have the dollar in front will do the same thing that the dollar is doing. As simple as that. So if dollar is strong and we have instruments like USD JPY, USD CHF, USD CAD, they will all follow through with what the dollar is doing. Except in their own economy specifically, they have anything significant. And even from our Forex Factory, which was the first thing we did when we started this class, we can see that there was nothing significant in any of these, currency. Japanese yen didn't have anything, CAD didn't even have anything to, not even on their high impact news. It was only the dollar. So all of them will actually follow through with what the dollar is doing, which is why on our daily time frame, we'll see, this continuous strength also on USD JPY. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to go to my 1 hour time frame, and then we're going to take it up from there. This happened yesterday. Can you guys see this move that happened? Okay, no, this was day before yesterday when job jobs opening. I think this should have happened. This one happened. Hey, this one, no. Where is that? Was it Euro USD that had that move yesterday? But I know a particular instrument had one crazy move yesterday when the high impact news came out. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to go ahead and give our entry, which of course for me is a buy. We've over explained that one enough. Okay, so I'm going to go in for a buy stop at price 149.093. 149.093, and of course the take profit at 149.247. 149.247. Now I can actually give a sell limit here, okay, because we'll have enough time and space. I can actually give a sell limit. So the instrument I just called out was actually for a buy stop. So our buy stop is at 149.093. And of course, our take profit at 149.243. However, on a sell limit, we can do a sell limit at 148.960. That's the entry for your sell limit. Your sell limit should be at 148.960, and your take profit for your sell limit at 148.864. So we gave buy stop and we gave sell limit. So for your buy stop is 149.093, take profit at 149.243. Now for your sell limit, it is 148.960, and your take profit at 148.864. 0.864. Okay, thank you very much. Now on that note, we'll be going down to gold. We'll be going down to gold. We already know that gold will always 99.7 of the time do the opposite of what the dollar is doing. And we can see that is why, gold has been doing this hula balloon, jumping up and down and up and down and up and down, like even the Nigerian naira self no jump past the way gold they jump. But we can see, even on the daily time frame, it has actually been on a downtrend, and it's been a consistent one since, let me check, since October 21. It's been on a free fall. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame, and then we are going to, just pick up our entries and see how we make the money, from the markets today. For me, for gold, you're not going to enter on an instant execution, but if you can scalp, this is a good time to scalp. You can scalp and have your take profit just at these verified supports. Anybody that even sees these charts, you don't need anybody to tell you what to do. Because, follow me, markets got to this point, this particular candle, this was on the 3rd. It went back up. Market got to this point. This was still on this same 3rd. It wasn't able to break. Market got to this point. This was yesterday. Still on this verified support. It wasn't able to break it. Market got to this point. The same yesterday. It got to this verified support. Could not break it. So what do you expect? Just follow it on a scalping. So for those who cannot scalp, calm down. You don't need to do gold. The rush. Person will not trade gold today. Go trade gold tomorrow. For those who can scalp very well, just follow it, but that you are looking at this verified support as your take profit region. As simple as that. Okay. Then I think I can now give a buy pending order on a buy. So if market is able to break above, so with what is happening here, I think the first few persons that said when I was asking what do we expect of dollar index, for those who said dollar might sell, thank you very much. Because if we are seeing gold, okay, now we know that gold will definitely do the opposite direction of what dollar is doing. But if we are seeing that this gold has not been able to break this particular verified support, then that means we'll see a little retracement, right? It means that this gold, now, that's why I'm saying let us be careful, because 130, remember, high impact is coming out from 130. So market will definitely range between now and 130. This market, you go to do as if you want buy, you go to do as if you want sell, you go get sense this period. But from 130 and then tomorrow, do you understand? So we might see a little bit of retracement, a little bit of sell. I think I finally, said that we would see a little bit of sell, but if you not even stay long, you get, but all eyes should be focused on ADP, which is coming out 130 today, because this thing is doing, people will go and enter trade now and they'll be shouting, the thing. Please, everything you're doing now, please don't forget, or if you need to set a reminder in your alarm, please set it. So anyone that doesn't, take trigger, anyone that doesn't come to fruition, please close it so that we don't get stuck. So that we can now even take fresh trades from the high impact news coming out in 130 and make money. Because now we can see that this is actually a mad range that has been going on here. Wow. This market, and this is a verified resistance also. So they just like they've been bouncing up and down. This market is sweet though. This market is amazing. Can you guys see? This is a verified support on a test count 3. This is a verified resistance on a test count 1. So who want to bow down for who? You push me, go up. I come on, you go down, you go down. Come on, you move up backward. Who do you think is on me? I am a test count 3. You are just test count 1. They use us. You see these people. Don't mind them. ADP will come and to knock people out. People think people have power, but that was actually on a lighter note. But at least with everything here, you can actually see. So let's watch out for 130, so that you can even take, like I said, take fresh trades. Place new trades and make money. Because me, I need Christmas gift though. I will not be talking every day. And December, people now say, analysts, God bless you. God already blessed me. Go. Kudi. Waiting in Hausa people they call. Wait, now Kudi is Hausa now. Abi? Guys, help me. Kudi is in Hausa. Ego is Igbo. Which one is Yoruba? Oh, whoa, oh, me da. You see, now I'm the real Wazobia. Oh, oh, me da, my dear. So, because we need it this Christmas, even if Nigeria is Nigeria, we shall be all right, okay? So, we'll go for a gold on buy stop at price 1825.21, and of course, just before the verified support at 1830.05. So we already know that we are scalping for sell, and then our take profits, we are looking at that verified support, and the verified support is at 1816.87. But for a buy on gold, we are looking at pending orders, but that's buy stop at price 1825.21, and of course our take profit at 1830.05. Somebody said something. I think it will only be fair that sorry to take us back, but I am getting invalid sell limit or TP4. And your USDJPY should have a plus sign now. That is one. And then an invalid sell limit. Probably you're not doing the right thing. So your USDJPY should have a plus sign. You're looking at a sell limit at price 148.96, and your take profit at price 148.864. So definitely there's something you're not doing right. It wasn't a sell stop order, it was a sell limit if it comes down to this point, right? So I think we're done with gold, and we're going to go to, should we do oil? Should we do oil? No, let's do more of indices. So let's do 2 indices, then we take it. We are done for today. Let me see if USD IDX, do we think we have a sell limit now? Let's just wait for this ourselves, our buy stop, because we still see more push. Let's do US 100. After US 100, which one should we do? US 30. Abi? Then we are done for today. So we'll do US 100, we'll do US 30, and then we are done for today. So, of course, to my daily time frame. Why we also know that okay, let me see. I mean, Emmanuel, you've asked me this question like 1 million times, and I've answered the same like 1 million times. It is 21 now. It is 21. So they've answered your question for the sell limit guy, right? Your question has been answered. So I think we are good on that. Mr. Sonny, 21, please. 21. I think I've repeated that now. I'm not fast, Mr. Endurance. I don't think I am, because I spent so much time on gold. I don't think I'm fast. For a sell, we don't have an entry. For those who can scalp it, but our take profit will be at 1816.87. For a buy, we are using pending orders, which is a buy stop, and it is at 1821.20, 1825.21, 1825.21. That is your buy stop order for the entry price, and then the take profit is at 1830.05. I don't think I was fast on gold. Probably you were distracted at some point. I don't think we didn't have any sell limit on gold, Mr. Raphael. Okay, so we are seeing the ones that have not been following. It's not you people. Mr. Sammy, can you see the people that, Mr. Danjuma, can you see the people that have not been following us in this class? And this one say, hold on, sell lim. Well done, no. Be showing yourself. Don't listen, no. Mr. Daniel, maybe you're seeing your people that have not been following us in this class. That is why that person asking that question does not know that this is 21 simple, because I've repeated that thing. This is like the first time now I will say it. Okay, so let's move to our US 100, as we were saying. Let's move to our US 100. So US 100 for the daily time frame, we can see now that US 100 has actually been doing a little bit of the opposite of what dollar has been doing. Now we can say so because if we look at the currency on itself and we look at stocks, of course, when we hear indices, they are just a conglomerate of different stocks put together. They become indices. But if you divide them, they are just, one share, one stock. But if you put them on a conglomerate, that's when we now have the US indices, we have US 100, we have US 30. I'm sure we all know all of that. Okay, so we have strength in all of these area. I think yesterday a colleague of mine was talking about Alphabet, Apple, Meta, that's former Facebook, X, which is Twitter. I think they had some sort of I think Meta brought out they had a launch on their new wireless iframe, an eyeglass, smart eyeglass or something, 3D or 5D eyeglass. So there've been like an improvement in the stock family, especially tech zones. And we were talking about can you all see me? Hello, can you all hear me? Please, if you can hear me, do well to drop a chat. Okay, thank you. So thank you very much. I just needed to be sure. So we can see that all of those news, and this news was just yesterday. I think a colleague was sharing this to us. And that is why we see that even though the dollar is strong, which is supposed to mean most of the time or 70% of the time that stocks will be weak, we still see that stock is still gaining a little bit of strength, even though it's been like a hula balloon here. We saw, of course, this strength, which was when we saw a weakness in dollar, but for some time now we see that there's been strength in the US dollar, like we saw when we analyzed the US index for the first instrument we analyzed for today. But we are seeing a little bit of a shakiness. Well, I'm not going to say it's because of what is happening with the currency, that's the US currency as a whole. I would just say it's because of the impact on the stock family, more especially the US indices family. Now, US 100 is more of tech companies, and there's been lots of good things happening around the tech zone. Like I said, Meta, you can Google this. Meta brought out, I think, a 5D smart eyewear, like an eyeglass, but it could do more or less what your phones can do. Elon Musk brought out, I think, for the best cars. Last week I saw on the internet about Asian having a makeshift or something about Tesla, but it's been all too many tech goodies coming up. I think the first robot to work like a human being. Like it can now, if you see it, you will not even know that this is a robot. Like it is operating as though it is a human being, has been brought out, has been to the street. Is it the street of New York or China? I think I saw that news. So you cannot just, do well to help yourself. I really can't place out, but we all talked about it on Tuesday, not like us on our own in-house. On Tuesday, we had a conversation. So many good reports from the tech zones. And I think that's why we are seeing a little bit of, it's not going up, it's not going down. But then we still see that it's been ranging between, this verified resistance and, of course, the untested support, right? And, of course, we know that is also not far-fetched because investors, irrespective of all of this news, are still waiting for the high impact news that will come out today and, of course, tomorrow, to now know how the month is going to run through. So for this one, I'm going to give both our buy stop and both our sell stop for today on the US 100 calendar. So go back to our 1 hour time frame. If you're going back to our 1 hour time frame, let me take this off. I'm going to go for a buy if price trades at price 14913, 14913.61, 14913.61, and your take profit at price 14936.44. So your entry at for US 100 for a buy is at price 14913.61, and of course your take profit at price 14936.44. And of course, if you want to get into a sell, I'm going to look at just the week of this particular moving average at price 14868, 14868.81, 14868.81, and of course I'll take profit at 14845, 14845.10, 14845.10. Next, I'm going to going back to US 100. So whatever is happening to you, US 100 affects, it's a family, right? So the only thing is US 100 is 100 top 100 companies in the US zone. US 30 is top 30 companies in the US zone. So it means the people who make up US 30 are also part of the people that make up US 100, right? So we're just going to see maybe a more stronger force. But what's the word now? The top 30. So of course, we're looking at Alphabet, Google, Amazon, Tesla, and the rest of it. So we still have the same vibe. We already see that it's actually, after it broke through this code support, which was actually yes, it used to be a support zone, but now a resistance. After it broke through it, it's actually also been ranging. This is actually my 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to clearly give us a buy stop and a sell stop for this. For my buy stop, I'm just going to actually wait on this and get it at 33300. My buy stop 333, 333, 333, and of course my take profit at 33357, double 33357. So your entry is 33300, your take profit is 33357. And of course for my sell stop, I'm going to give at the week of this particular candle, which is 33216, 33216, and of course my take profit at 33164, 33164. My entry for a buy 33300, and my take profit 33357. For my sell, which of course will be on pending orders, sell stop at 33216, 33216, and of course my take profit at 33164, 33164. Okay, so I think we've been able to get all of these. Mr. Ganiat, are you saying you just joined the class or you were not listening? Because if you're asking me for what, we are currently looking at US 30. See, in this live, we are done for today. Nobody's going to, there's a limit to what people can do for you, right? Growing up, I'm from a family of, for US 30, the buy is at 33300, take profit at 33357. For the sell, 33216, take profit at 33164. I'm from a family of 6, and I told myself that my dad, was quite a good one then. I think there was a time my dad had 7 cars. We're 6 kids, 1 for each of his children and 1 for his wife. But life happened, right? So, you know that thing now when you've tested money and it's like the money is not there. Ha! This is something you're used to. And all of a sudden, it's not there. But I told myself that it's not going to deter me. No. From my year one, I already told myself that I was coming to Lagos to hustle. I'm a Port Harcourt girl, born and brought up. I said, I'm not, of course, it's not like we went to, broke. We could still afford some things. We could not afford most of the things, like most of the lifestyles we're used to. My dad was the one that was actually going shopping for us on Christmas. And when your father is going shopping, you know the price. Sell stop. Sell stop is 33216. Take profit is 33164. They know the price. So I want to tell him, and he will spoil us. But I told myself, no. Year one, I kept saying, I'm going to Lagos. I'm either Lagos or Abuja. I'm going to hustle. I didn't know anybody. It depends on you, Lizzie. Depends on you. If you want it to serve as your fundamental analysis for 130, that's fine. If you don't, you can cancel and then take a fresh one for fundamentals. And it happened that I didn't even lobby for NYSU. I don't know anybody. I didn't pay, to be sincere. But I was posted to Lagos and the hustle started. Hey, God. I almost slept under the bridge. Oh. I'm not saying it because people must say, oh, they slept under. No, like it happened. I almost slept on that bridge, if not for God. But I told myself that I can never. So you will help yourself in as much as people will be there to support you. And when it happened, God brought people my way. Oh, the first person to help me was a Muslim. Yes. Not a Muslim man, no. For people that want to think, hey, no, it was a Muslim woman. He said, I don't need anything. I don't need anything from you. I know you are hardworking. I just need you to keep being hardworking. So when we are praying to God and when we are praying to Allah for help, you need to help yourself. And from today's class, I can see that not all of us follow through. I know people that follow through. I can call their names from the very get-go. Mr. Danjuma, Mr. Sammy, Mr. Emmanuel Ede, P.S. James. I don't know if he's still in this class. P.S. Luke. Please. It's not about entry. Right? It is not about entry. If tomorrow there is no analyst to give you entry income, are you saying you will stop making money from this market? Remember, any knowledge you have, hey, even if they carry bullets, oh yeah, Mr. Okechukwu, give me that knowledge now or I shoot you. Nothing. You can, even if you shoot the person, you cannot collect the knowledge. It's a waste. Even if they take you to the strongest shrine, oh yeah, did they say that knowledge come out? It no go happen. It will not. Because it is your own. Please. You cannot overemphasize on it. You can't. So when it's time for the analysis, I know most people that is asking for entry, trust me, if they had followed, like this person asking for US 100, when I just finished it and then you ask it, really, let's learn it. Maybe you see how I'm breaking it. I will use your name and our name. I'll be giving example. My mother did not give birth to me and then market was on my head. She gave birth to me and I started speaking the market. I know what US 100 was. No, I didn't. Even in my NYSC, I didn't. But I learned it. And today we are here. So please, if I can do it, if the person next to you can do it, We can actually do it. You can actually do it. Don't look down on yourself. And don't look down on yourself means don't be lackadaisical. Well, just talk about my own and make I collect entry. No, time will come. I know a lady that she just finished a class and then she went for an interview. They asked her a question. It was what they said on the class that she just said. And you're like, wow, for you to have this kind of knowledge, she got the job. On the spot, she got the job. Pico, how can you advance further in this market? These classes are on YouTube. Ask your account manager. Rally has a YouTube page. So if you miss it, you can go to the YouTube. It's just learning though. It'd be like, say, how can you be an expert in being a good husband? It's where you know how to treat wifey well. You know now, all these men, sometimes when people want to just, when you will say, this is my wife, let me just spoil you small. You will see how she begin to blush. Hey, oh, dog, this is my husband, you too much. They know they learn and finish. That's what this market be. That's what it be. Like when you touch your kids, they'll say, Daddy, you are the best daddy in the whole world. Mommy, you are the best mommy in the world. God will bless you for me. I love you. When I come back in the nation, I wanted to be my parents. What did you do? Please. Okay. Anyways, I hope you can enjoy today's class. And thank you very much for joining. I love you guys. Don't mind me, as I talk and as I play. It's a free word, but please let's get ourselves for 1:30. I don't know why I keep repeating it, but please, so that it doesn't escape us. So love you too. Love you guys. Take care of you. See you. Today is what? Thursday. So we have like the evening class coming in today by 6. Don't forget. We also have the 2:00 section to live trading section. Please don't miss it. And next tomorrow also by 8 a.m. this class continue. I'm not going to be your teacher for tomorrow. So thank you very much. Yes, my G for today's class, Mr. Danjuma, I see you. If I don't call your name, don't be jealous. So next time, just try and put yourself. Mama Dorothy, I see you. P.S. Luke, I see you. Mr. Emmanuel, I love you all. Thank you very much. I can't give you my number now. Just reach out to your account manager and then tell them you want to speak to the person that had today's class. I should come again tomorrow. Don't worry. If you just buy me catfish pepper soup, Mr. Josh, between you and I, just buy me catfish pepper soup and unripe plantain. You will see me. That's all. That's just bribe me with catfish pepper soup and unripe plantain. You will see me here tomorrow. Okay, like I said, please reach out to your please, Mr. Yesina, reach out to your account manager. Don't worry. I tell them you want to speak with the person who had today's class. I love you guys. And it's a goodbye from me to you. Please remember to take care of yourself. Rest well, it gets why. Person will get money. If you did hospital, please, in all you're doing, try to rest well. A little exercise, even if it's walking in your environment, running, just rest well. Let's try and take care of ourselves. And thank you very much. Okay, my name is Mercy. Yes, for those asking for my name, but I can't give you my number. Yes, my name is Mercy. So ask for the person who took to this time. Mr. God, instead of raising up your hand, just dropping the message now. Let me read it sharp before we go. Okay. So thank you. Bye and have a lovely day. Okay, bye.